In this video, I want to talk about data tables and conditional formatting. So again, an arbitrary example, we have an X value that the user selects 2 and a Y value that the user selects 3. They come out here in blue, and then X times Y is calculated. The user does not select that. That's the calculation, which is 6. So I want to be able to do this for all different kinds of values. I'm not sure exactly what all values I want, but I want to be able to do it for a lot of values and show the results one time in a very neat, orderly way. How do I do that? I do that with a data table. So I can come over here and I say equal, and I reference that calculation, and then I'm going to have my X values, and if I want to put in 5 of them, I just go through, and the 5 I just choose arbitrarily, and I highlight this. And I want those to be, let's start with 0. 0, 2, 4, 2, 4, 6, 8. And I want to have my Y values here. Let's say 1, 3, 5, and 7. So I want to label that Y value. So I do the merge and center. And I can do rotate text up. Call it Y values. And I can make that smaller. However, I want to make this look good. I can move that around as I want to. Now the important thing is this. I need to highlight where my data table is going to be. Go to Data, What If Analysis, Data Table. And it says, what's my row? My row are the X values. What's my column? My column are the Y values. Click OK. And I'm gonna put some border around this just so we can see it better. And you see here, this is 0 times 1, 0 times 3, all zeros, right? This is 4 times 1, 4 times 3, 4 times 5, etc. So I've decided, for whatever reason, I want to see the values for X being 0, 2, 4, 6, and 8 substitute into this equation, and the Y values 1, 3, 5, 7 substitute into this equation, and I'm multiplying them together. Alright, so I want to show when the result of X times Y is above a certain number and below a certain number. So I go to the Conditional Formatting tab, highlight Cell Rules, and you can see there are different rules here. We're just going to do the greater than for now. We'll do greater than, less than, equal to. And let's just pick 20. If it's greater than 20, let's give that green. Okay, so if it's less than 20, let's give that red. And my last one, if it is equal to 20, let's give that yellow. And now you see I can look back from a distance and I can see the values where X times Y is above 20, below 20, and equal to 20 very easily. One other thing here, I want to make sure that you don't make this mistake. You cannot reference back to there. It looks like that should work, but it doesn't, and it's just a little flaw in Excel. So these numbers neither need to be typed in like this, 0, 2, 4, 6, I just typed in, or you can do this. You can say X start value, if you can spell start correctly, and increment. And let me make that a little bigger, and I'll say my start value is, let's start with a different value, 1, my increment is 3. So I can say equal to that for my start value. I can say equal to this plus my increment, and press F4 to lock it down, and I can copy that across. Now I can say, well, what range of X's do you want to look at? I want to look at everything from 10 to, I want to do 5 of them. I want to look at 10, I want to go in increments of 5. Okay, well there we go. Or I want to start at 2 and do increments of 5. Okay, there we go. The one thing you cannot do, again, is you cannot reference back to this X. And you can do the exact same thing for Y. So I can have Y start. And rather than write an increment again, by the way, I'm going to do Control C for copy, Control V for paste. And let's start it at 0 and make the increment 3. So this would be equal to the start, and this would be equal to the previous value plus the increment, F4 to lock it down, and copy this down, and there you have it. So we can go back to the way we had it before, 0 and 2, 1 and 2, and whatever values you choose. But again, very importantly, do not reference back to this, because sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't work. It's a flaw in Excel. Make sure you don't make that mistake. That's it for data table and conditional